I told you Bandit had the Chrome.
Hello, he did, yeah, he did. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Everyone, how are we? Hope you're all well this morning.
Good morning.
How was the first weekend back in the course?
Played yesterday. It was good. Therapeutic experience.
Yeah. Is the course in good shape?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks good. I mean, I think they're letting it grow out a bit, understandably, but yeah, it was good. Enjoyed myself. Short game was super rusty.
Was it?
Oh, hit the ball okay, like I didn't make a single putt. I didn't chip anything within 30 feet of the hole. So
scoring?
Bad. Scoring was so bad. Actually, my bunker game, bizarre, was fine. Like I hit a lot of good bunker shots, but I didn't chip anything close, and I literally didn't make a putt that wasn't a gimme.
How were the new clubs? How did they settle in? What was the sort of feedback from those?
So T100s were nice. I literally, like I'm on the first, well not fairway, I would say fairway, first right rough, and I'm like, I haven't hit these irons on the golf course yet. Like it just occurred to me I had never used them, but they were good. Like the ball flight, I hit a couple of 4-irons that were like hugely higher than I'm used to.
Interesting.
So I was really happy with that.
That is good.
And they feel good through the turf. Like the ground, it's been raining, so the ground was pretty wet. Divots were like really shallow, really shallow. So I was really happy with it. To be honest, it exposed how much I don't like my wedges right now, because I want something that feels like my iron shafts in the wedges. I want a bigger grip like I have on my irons.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing I was like, I need to make
some adjustments.
Yeah.
What do we have right now? Modus 120.
They're Modus 130s in the wedges. I'm just so it's bizarre. Like I'm really used to those X7s already.
Right.
I just like how they feel.
Larger butt diameter.
And then it's like my 3-wood. I'm like, I kind of wish my 3-wood felt as stiff as the driver, and I wish the hybrid felt as stiff as the driver.
Okay.
And then the wedges. So I guess I just prefer like a really stiff feeling profile now.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Did you watch the charity match?
I did. Yep. What'd you think?
I didn't enjoy it.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
Enjoy it. No.
It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was, I mean, obviously hard to produce it.
They did, all things considered, I mean, from a production standpoint, I think they did a really good job. With a limited staff trying to cover live golf. Like
I think that's it. I think that's part of limitation. I just thought the bit where they get like Bill Murray on Skype.
Okay, so God love Bill Murray. That was the worst segment I've ever seen in my life.
I got to turn this off. This is.
Trump's portion was better.
It was better.
Trump was sharp. He had stuff to say. Bill was just rambling. Bill was, poor guy. He was just rambling. But Mike Tirico was just like.
Is that not his? It was funny because they couldn't get the timing of each other as well.
That was so bad.
That's the worst bit about those Skype or Zoom calls, when you're doing them with somebody who can't get the timing to know that they're okay. Wait for like a pause,
at least.
Then go. Have a little bit of the time.
All the broadcasters know that, but no, Bill was just having a chat with him.
I know.
So funny.
I tell you what, that did not. I didn't think that looked like a Florida golf course though. I'd never seen Seminole before.
Well, it's because I like the sea. I was saying to Lindsay, it was like it's kind of like fancy seaside Florida golf. That's what it looked like to me. Like really, really like nice looking. But I don't know. It still had Florida terrain, like the ponds and sort of flat terrain.
I know.
But I think the beachfront made it look really, really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of plants. You know the one tee box where they literally cut it out of the beach.
Yeah.
That was cool. I thought that was sick.
I know.
Really cool. I
think to me it reminded me of like golf in Dubai.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like something like that. There was just the waste bunkers.
Because it was very like sand.
Yeah,
I
just
like that.
There's so many courses that I've played a bunch of golf out there, and a lot of those sort of. I know it's not artificial because it's Florida, but they look like artificial water out in the course.
True.
You've got the big waste bunkers, and golf in the desert's a bit like that.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point.
It definitely wasn't what I was expecting Seminole to look like.
Well, I mean, I had no idea either. I think it would be a fun course to play. Like it looked like you could hit tee shots somewhat wayward.
You could be squirrely. I mean, a couple of them like they're finishing one-handed and stuff like that.
Poor DJ played like garbage. DJ was brutal.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I know. And then Rickie was good.
Yeah, Rickie was sharp.
Rickie was striped. I think he was 7 birdies or something.
I like to see that. Maybe he'll be. Rory was driving it good. Wasn't sharp maybe with the putter.
How long was Wolf?
He was stupid long.
That was wild.
Yeah, I think he seems to have 4 or 5 miles an hour more than Rory does in the tank. It seems like it.
I mean, I've never seen his numbers. I've seen Rory's numbers. I've seen Rory's ball speed actually in the mid 180s.
Yeah.
I've never seen Wolf more than 175, 177.
I think when
He must have a different gear.
He went after those couple. 3, 5, 6. The ball wasn't rolling that much.
No,
he must have flown at 330.
I know.
Legit.
It was good.
All right.
Guys, if we can, just want to say thank you. We noticed last week, we done a kind of call out to you guys for subscriptions and people to subscribe. And, looking over the analytics over the last week or so, there was a big sort of, action applied by you guys, and our subs doubled for the most part through last week.
We did twice as many per day as we normally do.
As we would normally do, and obviously that's down to sort of you guys and sort of as sort of showing or telling you guys what it means to us, and from the channel standpoint, and you guys obviously respecting that. So big thanks to you guys for that. That's great. And if you watch and you don't subscribe, go and subscribe.
Do it immediately.
Go and do it.
Maybe this will move today. 73,800.
73. Well, the first time we done that, or the first time we looked at it, I want to say, I remember sending you a screenshot of the video when the counter was over your shoulder.
Oh yeah, it was like 67.
It was 71,600, I think it was.
Oh, when I first bought this thing, it was sub 70.
Yeah, but when we were
talking
live,
about
it.
Yeah, I hear yeah, this is when I bought it. We were 69,600. That was April 29th. Yeah. So that's pretty good.
So we're
a couple weeks.
4,000. Which is good, really good. So yeah, I saw Johnny there saying he asked all his friends to subscribe.
Love it.
That type of thing. I mean, when you can multiply it like that, if there's a video you think is good, and you can, you want to send it on to some of your friends and stuff like that. I mean, that makes a big difference.
You may not think in the moment, but it really does. 20 guys do that for 4 friends.
Yeah,
you're talking about over 100 people.
Yeah. And maybe it's the Scotsman or the Canadian Scotsman in me. I'm going to apologise because you're going to hear us talking about this a little bit more. The push to 100.
Yes.
So we're on a mission now. As we've seen the subs jump, we were sort of looking at, it'd be nice in 2020 to get to 100,000 subs. Enough of the nice guys.
That's so true.
Enough of the nice guys.
It would now be a crippling disappointment if we didn't get to 100.
No, we have to. We have to push that and get it going. So anyone who watches and doesn't subscribe, get subscribed.
Do it.
We're going to do it.
All right. And on that note, let's start answering questions.
Welcome Connor Zins to the silver membership.
Oh, I'm going to put him on there. Oh,
welcome Connor, my man.
Welcome. Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. From Stephen Brown.
Stephen. Good morning, Stephen Brown.
Stephen Brown is asking about speed training, reflecting on some of your info. If you were only going to buy one thing, super speed training kit or Arccos? Tough question. Which is a better value and benefit? You can only have one.
Arccos.
The man says Arccos.
Benefits your whole game.
Agree. But super speed would be a close second. Probably get some
super
really
speed
good mileage too.
The only thing, and this is no knock on super speed, like I say, because I've been asked, it's one versus the other. But I've often called super speed the inflated balloon, or the effect of inflating a balloon, because with super speed, it's like blowing up a balloon, and then and then you let go of the balloon, and it loses its inflation.
You can track back to similar to your own speed. Yeah.
Super speed's like that. I've seen myself with super speed get way up there in speed, and then the next time I turn up here, I'm right back where I was.
So do you think it's like you have to really sustain that regimen? If you don't stick with it, you're not going to get anything out of it.
It's kind of like going to the gym, ripping out some curls, taking some pictures of yourself, and then being disappointed when 10 hours later you look like you did.
It's so perfect. It's a perfect analogy. Yeah, a couple of push-ups before you go to the beach, and you're like, oh yeah,
girls for the girls, and
I am looking good,
looking swole. And then
the best.
I think that's what super speed is.
Exactly. Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah. But if you stick to those curls for 6 months, you have a program of progressive training. You can see the benefits and hold on to them.
Absolutely.
It's very similar.
Love it. All right. Let's continue.
All right. Let me dive in.
Yeah, please.
Matt Brad 5000 here just came in on the supers wedge shafts. I have the C-taper 130s, 3 iron to 50. What wedge shaft is best for the 54 and 60? if I rarely hit full shots. Yeah, I think you've answered the question for me there, Matt, as the high rev, getting to the high rev 130. I think that's made for that 135 grams in the X, so a little bit heavier than your C-taper, a bit more feel associated to that as well.
Good. I'm going to grab this from Mark. So Mark said he asked a question a few weeks ago about shafts. He ended up getting the Ventus based on our answer, and it is a fairway finder, Ventus Red.
Ventus
That was
Red.
your recommendation?
Yep.
Good to hear, Mark.
Any
Good
of
to
those
hear.
Ventus products are so good.
I played with mine yesterday. Ventus Black.
Ventus Black?
Every person I bumped into at the club's like, oh, where's your Callaway? Where's your Callaway? I'm like,
Where's Rickie Fowler?
where do you think I'm going to get a Callaway right now?
That's funny.
They are closed.
How many people recognise you at the club now? A lot?
It's becoming common.
Local celeb?
It's becoming common. Everyone's polite and nice. It just comes up in conversation, like, oh, I like watching this and this. It's nice. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
How many, would you say, 3 or 4 yesterday or more?
Well, yesterday's a bad example because everyone was just staying the hell away from each other.
Yeah.
But all the guys I played with would be aware of it and stuff like that.
That's funny.
It is funny. The first time it happened was like a year and a half or more ago when I was on the range. And that was the first time I was like, come on.
Yeah.
There's no way you watch these videos.
I know.
There's just no way you
Well, I was
watch
shocked
these videos.
when Mike and I were down at Augusta at the Masters.
Oh, you told me
I
about
couldn't
that.
believe how many
funniest thing
people
ever.
when we would just be standing in the gallery and you'd hear this psst, psst, or in the merchandise tent. People would stop us and stuff. Must have happened 6 or 7 times, but it's funny.
It is. It's a surreal experience.
Yeah.
It's not negative in any way. It's hard to wrap your head around.
I know.
All right, from Colin.
Yeah.
Colin is saying, how does lie angle affect the putter? I tend to miss my putts left.
It has the least influence. So obviously we've talked a lot about lie angle's influence on loft. Putter has the least amount of loft, so it is going to have the least amount of influence. Now, there are other parts to,
So loud, that thing.
Other parts to aiming the putter with regards to, how you perceive it on the angle that you're at. So I think it's a little bit more important than maybe some people give it credit for, but it's not as important as if you had lots of loft.
I'm going to ask you about mine today, actually.
No
I'm
problem.
putting yesterday, and I felt like my putter was long and upright all day.
Yeah.
And it probably didn't, as you said, didn't change the way the putts went, but it felt uncomfortable to set up with.
Yeah. Stephen Brown's followed up. Fair to say Ian was definitive on that. Glad I didn't go ahead and order super speed before asking the question. Sorry, Stephen.
It's good. That's why you asked.
Not to say I won't invest in both eventually, but good to know what to prioritise. And yeah, I think that's a good point. And an FYI on the Arccos, because I know a lot of people are interested in it because we obviously have been talking a lot about it. It will be offered on the online store.
Yes. Pretty much in the next probably week or so.
Within the next week. There you go. So you can buy Arccos from us. A little sort of YouTube. What do you want to call it? A little
exclusive.
Exclusive. There you go. That's exactly what it is. TXG Connect. TXG Connect.
You gonna say anything else? Or?
That's look for that coming very, very soon. We're trying to create a community of connected golfers.
Oh yes.
Arccos, powered by Arccos. TXG Connect.
Oh, I like it.
Look out for that.
An exclusive.
An exclusive on a Monday morning. We like those. I saw there was,
DJ air horn for you. Exclusive. There
was a beauty when we were talking about JP said something like if he saw you in the course, he would shout "dirty dog" at the top of his voice. If I seen Matty at the course, I would shout "dirty dog" at him pretty loud.
And I would tip my cap to you politely. Hello. All right, let me grab the next in line.
Okay, my man.
From Bruce. Bruce is asking, are the Fuji Atmos Tour specs the real deal in the Cobra F9? Yes, they are.
Yes. Yeah.
That's an easy one, Bruce. They are. So you can have the peace of mind to know it is the real deal. Mm-hmm. You got one there?
Lots of Arccos stuff. Dang, just got mine the other day. Just most people talking. There's one just came in. Hybrid shaft, even flow 85 versus hazardous smoke. I mean, I can't answer the question for you. If you're given, I can give you a breakdown of both shafts, and then you can pick what of those characteristics you would like. Even flow is going to give you a smoother, slightly softer feel. Hazardous is going to be a little lower torque and a little bit of a tighter feel. Just really depends whatever you prefer in your hybrid, whether you're looking for that smoothness. What is the progression throughout your set? Try not to have a shaft in there that is in contrast to what's around it, because then it feels a little bit weird and you feel like you have to do something different. So try and get something that matches what else you've got.
Lovely. All right, Caleb is asking, I think because we were talking about 130 modus and my wedges. So Caleb, to clarify, the 130s are only in my sand wedge and lob wedge.
Yeah.
120s are in everything else. So it's just a wedge adjustment. It
used to be in 120s and everything else. Now DG.
Well, yeah, sorry.
X7.
Sorry, that's, yeah, even more so confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a wedge adjustment.
Another exclusive on a Monday morning, actually dropping them left and right here. No, not I told you this.
Oh.
Ordered a new set of irons.
What are you talking about?
Ordered a new set of irons. Keeping it as a secret. Wait till they appear in the bag and we'll do a little session. Love my irons.
What's going on? What's going on here? Is
Like,
this the Twilight Zone?
Like my irons.
Dude,
So,
your irons have never seen the golf course, have they?
did I not use them? I think I used them down south.
Nah.
No.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, because I had Arccos on the grips.
Right,
We used them in Orlando, which I liked them.
Okay, can I have some kind of a hint? Do I get to know what company they're from?
Nah,
Oh, come on. It's so obvious.
As soon as you know,
I feel like I know what they are. I won't say anything, though. Are they what I think they are? Is it the ones you're always screwing around with in here?
yes.
Okay, I figured. Dirty dog you are. Okay, well, if anyone wants a used set of T100s that have
No,
two...
I'm keeping them.
Oh!
I think they're going to be different. So I'm going to build. Obviously, I was talking about it just with Joe on the way up there, but he's like, "Are you going to get to play the same shafts?" I'm like, "No, I'm going to play a different set." So I've got some different comparison feels.
Oh, I like it.
So
That would be a good video then. I love it.
Yeah.
I just want to grab this from Connor. Connor, new member. So Connor's asking about stability shafts and counterweighted grips. Okay. He's looking for something to help promote a smooth, fluid stroke. I'm wondering if there's a small tweak I can make. So I would say stability shaft isn't going to really make your stroke feel any different. The counterweight's not a bad
Fair
idea.
play, that's a great picture. I don't know anyone who puts that much effort into a picture.
It's a
on
fantastic thumbnail.
YouTube. Well done.
Fantastic. One of the best I've ever seen. It's better than mine.
Looking for something to promote smooth. Well, I mean, the first thing, Connor, I would say is establish what is going to provide you with the feel. Is it weight at the bottom? Is it weight at the top? Is it evenly distributed throughout? That's going to be the value you'll get from a fitting and going through the process to establish what it is you need to feel. There will be parts of maybe you need to control how the handle moves. Everything moves in rates. Everything is opposing. The toe is opposing to the heel. The head is opposing to the handle. You've got to understand at the opposite end of the mass, you have to understand how things move in motion relative to its opposite. Mm-hmm. So it depends what you need the rates to do. True. Right? So, I mean, I sometimes think that people think fitting is really quite an easy thing. It's really not an easy thing. No. And when we're managing all these moving pieces, that's where the magic lies. So first thing is with regards to weight, it's where do you need it and what do you need it to do? Yep. That's why you need to get fit.
Very interesting. Yep. All right, from Matt. Matt is asking about wedge shaft. So he has did you take this already? KBSC taper 130X and 3 iron?
Yeah, we've done that one.
Okay. Yeah. My memory is bad. Okay, then I'm going to welcome a new member.
All righty.
Late for golf. I think that's what that means.
Should be my handle.
Welcome. Late for everything. Ian, late for everything. You're on time today.
I was.
Dude, you were early today. I thought I had died.
I know. It's the earliest.
I heard your car pull up. Have I died? Am I late?
It's the earliest I've been late in a long time.
At least you're aware of it. I'll give you that.
I know.
Okay. From Extra Stiff Golf is asking, what would be more beneficial? Come and see you in Toronto when possible?
Yes.
Or use my GC quad and camera to send you numbers? Yeah.
The first one. Now, if you can't do the first one, obviously,
if you can't come, then that would be
unique
great.
scenario. I would have always said to you, listen, like come and do the in-person fit. Right now, obviously, scenario has changed.
Assuming you're in the States, also probably. So, the border will probably not be opening anytime soon. But yeah, the online fittings are going really well. So feel free to even just give it a shot for a month if you want.
Definitely.
Send
we
Chris
are
an email.
investing in our team on that side of things. We know that that's going to be a big part of our future is online. And obviously part of the TXG Connect and creating the connected community. Part of that will be obviously being able to, obviously online fits are somewhat challenging.
Fair.
But they're not as challenging if we have data.
That's true,
right?
Because you've got the data to back it up where you can help that person. Yeah.
And then we can go, okay, here's your thoughts. Go play it. Give me some feedback.
Yep.
Let me see what I need to see. Okay, well that's not quite what I wanted to see. I'm looking for more of that. Okay, so go try this. So it's going to make our lives an awful lot easier when it comes to this sort of virtual relationship.
Yeah. Good. A quick one from Brent here. Brent's asking if he gets a split set of irons, you'd use the same shafts throughout. So if you had combo irons, that's an easy one, Brent. Same shafts. Okay, you go.
Wedge shafts to match Project X70, soft step and 7.0s. Yep, definitely could be. Also, I mean, when geese, going bananas.
Get out of here.
The weight plays a big part in how we soft step. So you've got the 7.0s, which are 130 grams. You could also go high rev KBS. You could go S400. Both are in the 130 plus range. It depends, Jay, how hard you go at your wedges. I would say no one really goes hard enough in their wedges to play 7.0s in there. So I'd be more inclined to say S400 or KBS high rev.
Love it. Okay, this is perfect. From Matthew. Matthew used Arccos for the first time this weekend. Awesome.
Good.
This is awesome. So Matthew's basically, he's got just about everything we've recommended in the last little while. He's got Arccos. He's got Super Speed. He's got Playmate. He's got a TXG forward grip.
What a man.
Matthew, you're a beauty. What else can you get to clutter up your space? What else would be good for Matthew to buy? Do you have a Rafleski Tour putting ruler?
Yeah,
that would be a good choice.
Then and the ruler and the cup would be great.
Ruler and the training cup.
You're going to need the home putter fitting kit.
Which
once we do
you will see that soon.
The TXG
You'll want one of those?
Home putter fitting kit.
Oh.
We are working on a TXG line of products for home fitting.
Love it. Love it. Many things that you can buy soon.
Grab one from Luke here. Hey guys, keen to know how those are going nuts.
What is wrong with these things?
I think somebody must have put some food in the roof.
They're right above the vent.
The guy, he must be sitting up here.
I think he's sitting on top of the roof. It's for JP was saying, your mics are good, I can hear those geese.
I know, seriously.
Sorry.
Too good.
Keen to know how AMT X100 is likely to feel against DG 120 S3s in a 5 iron at the same weight, just stiffer or swing weight difference, etc. The biggest difference you're going to feel is just stiffer. From a balance point perspective, obviously not all that different part of the DG line. So you in that particular 1 iron, not difference other than stiffness.
Love it. All right, from the Deuce. Follow-up question to your lie angle video. Yeah. Would you be better off to get shorter or longer clubs? I'm assuming that means versus having them bent. Not sure if I should get clubs bent flat or just get shorter clubs. Okay, that's an interesting question. So you had basically said that the length can help adjust the strike in relation to the lie angles.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he is heeling them if he wants to go shorter. Sounds like he's probably hitting the heel. What do you think?
Sure, bent flat. Well,
I mean, you wouldn't want to go flat if your ball flight was
it's
missing,
kind of almost
right?
because going flatter, as we talked about, lengthens the clubs. So maybe Deuce, you've got that kind of a little bit wrong way around there.
It is the wrong way around.
Yeah, just so let us know what the fix is. Is it a contact fix or is it a ball flight fix? Let us know in further down. We're going to be taking probably 15 minutes before we shut down the questions.
Yeah. So follow up with us.
Let us know.
Feel free. You got one ready there?
Yes. any Chicago, Illinois pros for lessons. Don't know anyone down there who coaches. And wedge fittings to help improve this summer. No, I mean, unfortunately, I don't. In terms of fittings down there, you've got, obviously, that's the hub of Club Champion. They have got their, I can't remember whereabouts in Chicago. I think they've got like 3 locations in the Chicago area. True Spec are in there as well. Their location comes highly recommended. And, you know, guys, for a lot of the time for me, when it comes to recommending these places, it's not so much how I feel about the company. I recommend the company. It's actually that I know the fitters and I know
at that location.
Yeah, because you can be part of a great company, but you maybe it's not, you know, the person doing the fitting isn't you know, one of the better fitters you should be seeing. So, but I know at those locations they have excellent fitters at both of those locations, at Club Champion and at True Spec.
Beautiful. All right, from Sean. Sean says, happy Monday. Happy Monday, Sean. He was fitted for a TaylorMade M4, 9.5, 10cc K series, color unknown, but S Flex.
Yeah.
There's some stuff in there. I don't know what that means.
Top tracer.
Launch 13, miss right.
So I guess that's carry is 260,
okay.
Total 286. Misses to the right, good head adjustments.
You get a lot, it's plenty of distance.
Plenty of distance, yeah. Especially of somebody who's playing a stiff flex. I mean, it's kind of in that, you know, if we're dividing that by 2.7, you know, again, it takes us into the kind of 103, 104 range.
True.
So you're in good shape. Top tracer, good head adjustments, help get more. Probably not, Sean, because at 13 degrees of launch, if you adjust the head to eliminate the right miss, you're adding some loft, and that launch is probably going to go up, which will actually take a little bit away from the distance.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Felix is asking, could you recommend a wedge setup for someone with a stronger lofted set gap wedge? So he's got bugs in here? I swear the temperature goes up like to a reasonable range and like instantly there's just bugs in your face all day. Sorry, rant over. What is that? Honestly, they're everywhere. Get off me. My God. Okay.
Funny.
So the gap wedge in the T100S is 48 degrees. So what would be the wedge setup if your gap wedge is that strong? Is that making sense?
Yeah. I think, you know, we see this a lot, obviously trying to get some wedges for people who are playing these modern lofted hot-faced irons. You know, I think it becomes for us more about the gapping. So it maybe we need to go to 40. You know, the gap wedge used to be 54 degrees.
That's true.
You know, then it became 52. Now it's 50 most commonly, but you know, I see some people playing at 48. I mean, I've played with it at 48 and weakened them just to get the look alike and things like that. So, so I don't think it's a problem. I think it becomes, all these things just lead to fitting, don't they? I mean, you know,
course, yeah.
Every question that, you know, is almost asked, it's like, you know, you'll get your answer in a fit. If you try different options, you'll get your answer. So, really hard to say definitively on anything. That's why, you know, a driver fit is an hour and a half, or well, an hour and a half for full experience, but call it an hour and 10, 15 minutes long, not, you know, 20 minutes long, because it is trial and error.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got one from Rich here. Rich got fitted into a driver in 5 with a slightly heavier shaft than the 5 wood. Makes sense. Driver, he's hitting it well, but the 5 wood is adjusted down 2 clicks. He's having trouble getting it airborne. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's going to be an interesting one. Should you switch to standard loft? Yes, you definitely could do, Rich, but there's something not right there if you're struggling to get it airborne with a 5 wood. M5 or Sim are both at 19 degrees, so you know they've got tons of loft on them, even if they are turned down. So something else not quite right there. Maybe, I don't know if you got it from a big box store or whether you got it from a fitting location, but I'd be trying to get some you know, data, something you can quantify on that.
Gotcha. All right, from Beardo.
The Beardo.
There's a thumbnail for you.
Hey, well,
That
people
thing.
are putting in some
It's a
effort.
wild scene. I think people know that their question might get on the screen. They better come with their finest.
It's a pretty good.
You wouldn't want an embarrassing
assumption.
one. You wouldn't want a crap one.
No.
All right, well, the Beardo is asking. You bought a used set of JPX EZ irons.
Okay.
I've never seen those.
Yeah, I remember those badges.
So they're not forged. He says they're very upright and they go left. Makes sense.
Yeah,
How
lots of
risky
offset.
is it to bend those?
Not from Mizuno, Beardo. Not
So-
from Mizuno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bend those back. They shouldn't break.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to grab another one?
I'll grab a quick one, and I'll grab actually two in a row if I
Sure,
can.
of course.
Want to address something because I've seen a bunch of questions. Matt Stremick's asking, Ian, do you guys fall under some retailers by appointment only? Yes, we are officially back open this week.
That's right. Wednesday.
So they permitted indoor driving ranges to reopen. They permitted retail as long as you're not in a shopping mall to reopen. So we will be reopening this Wednesday. Will be first day of business. So great news. We're delighted by
That's awesome.
that. Yeah, it's amazing.
A little earlier than expected.
A little earlier than we expected for
Which is
sure.
nice. Pleasant surprise.
H, I'm going to grab yours here. Morning, boys. Can you give me an iron shaft recommendation based off of liking the XC6TX? My driver is 6 iron, his swing speed is 97, and he's hitting Mura TC201s. I would say if you got into, take a little look at, let me give you three. X100 Dynamic Gold. I would say Project X 6.5, and the other one would be Modus 120 TX.
Lovely.
Those are three really, really good ones.
Good. All right. I will get us back from where we were.
Okay on that.
Caleb, I'll grab this really quick. Caleb was asking about the time I hit Modus 130 in PXGs. Remember that?
Modus 130.
So he's saying like one time you fit me for 130s and another time I fit for 120s?
Yeah.
I can answer that. I was probably swinging completely different. They wouldn't be for the same person, you'd say, right? You're not going to put someone 120s or like 130s isn't, they're different. They're very different.
They're entirely different.
Yeah.
Those.
So it was different circumstance,
Yeah.
different day, different everything. Different everything.
Yeah.
All right, from Brandon. Brandon's saying, good, yep, he's a new golfer. Welcome to the game. He's been using his dad's 90s clubs. How much should I be looking to spend to get my own custom set for a high handicap? It's a good question.
Really good
You have to
question.
decide what you want to spend first,
Good
obviously.
question. I mean, I feel like we could have so much fun with a series on this, eh? Best set for $1,000.
Yeah, like
best set for $2,000.
$2,000.
Best set for $3,000, and kind of the ways in which you can be customized and optimized at both of those sort of, those sort of costs.
What would you think is a if you went 2 or 3 years old, you're going to go retrofit them afterwards? $2,000?
$2,000.
$2,000's a good
You can do
budget?
a nice job, nice set of clubs. You can probably get out there and get a driver for maybe nice driver for $400. You could probably get a nice set of irons for $500-600. Get a couple of wedges in there. You don't need to go 3 wedges, 4 wedges. You can go a couple of wedges to get going. Nice putter. Yeah, you could get a nice set and have them fitted.
Yeah.
Make sure you go in
Comfortably
there.
for that
Yeah,
amount.
you go in there and get a set of Strix and 565s.
Ooh, it's a great choice.
Something very bendable, very forgiving, that sort of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, hope that helps, bud.
Let me see. A bunch of questions I've been getting. When are we going to do what's in the bags? How set is your bag? So wedges?
I want new wedges.
You want new wedges?
I want you to look at my 3-wood.
We're going to look at 3-wood today. It's part of our agenda today.
Hybrid. I want a different hybrid.
Okay.
And then I'm good. I have to
So there's
order
a bit
my.
to
I
do.
obviously have to order my driver once they're open. But
Yeah.
I got some to do. You have not much to do. You don't have anything to do because apparently your irons are done. So I don't think you don't have anything to do. You picked wedges. You got SM8s.
Yeah, I'm pretty set on putter.
Yeah.
Callaway actually messaged me in the weekend just to say because I'd messaged them whenever I was September about MD5 Raw,
Ooh, that's right. Yeah, you said
wedges. So they're going to send me a set of those to look at. So I'll be interested to see what the raw Mac Daddies look like.
That'd be cool.
But I still love the SM8 look.
It's a great looking wedge.
Really is great looking. So a few little decisions before I'm ready to announce what I'm playing for the year. You probably the same?
Yeah, I would say let's give it a few more weeks. Maybe we'll do it kind of early summer.
Yeah.
Call it an early
we
summer.
Definitely should. We should turn it into a bit of a focus for both of us, though, because we don't want to. You can end up drifting through the summer.
I literally, as I'm eating my breakfast this morning, I thought the first thing I kind of want to say to you is like, I want my bag done.
Yeah.
Like after I played golf yesterday, I had like 6 clubs that I just didn't want to use.
Yeah.
And I really want to get that
I feel
set.
a bit like that myself. I want to just get I love where my driver's at, and I don't feel as set as even the 3-wood. As much as I love my 3-wood, I'm still in the back of my mind thinking 13.5 or 15.
I think a 15 for you.
I think so as well.
Yeah, I think a 15 would be great.
Yeah.
You're swinging so much faster. You don't need that.
Yeah.
You don't need that low loft.
I know. I know. Even as much as we always joke about the hybrid, Mike was saying eating 2 bags. What's in the bag comparison? It's funny.
You should. Bag A, bag B.
As much as talk about that hybrid, I still know I need that spin. That par 3 we played at Doral was the perfect example.
I got a couple messages about that. People are like
2600 and it just went 260 in the air.
I got a couple private messages. Guys are going, "How did you not say anything?" I'm like, "Oh, because he knows." I didn't have to say anything. You knew.
It's a funny one though, isn't it, with that? Because then later, there was twice I hit it in the round, and they were cases where you go, yeah, leave that hybrid alone.
Because you hit it so well. I'm mostly messing with you. If you had to pick it apart, yes, it can get a bit low spin. Yeah. But the number of times I've seen you hit a bad shot are so few and far between, it's kind of hard to argue with. But it's funny that you're still bringing it up voluntarily. You might want to change it. I think you might want to change that hybrid.
Maybe. Let me see here.
I'm just going to take this from Jeff. Jeff, thanks for the comment, bud. It's very nice of you. Jeff says he's practicing in the backyard. He's got his Mevo, he's got a garden net, and he's watching some TXG videos.
Love it.
To stay sane.
What a setup.
Well, we're making TXG videos to stay sane, so.
Yeah, exactly. David Barnes is playing Strixon Z585s, 5 to wedge, standard loft and lie, 1/2 inch long. Hits them straight, but a push right frequently. Hit them straight, but push right frequently. Could it be lie or grip playing the MCC +4s? Something dynamically is obviously contributing towards that, so you want to try and look at, your clubs are a little bit long, so that's contributing to them playing more upright. You probably want to go for a gapping session, David, and see exactly what's going on. See if it's... You can't, even to be honest, even if the lie angle is pretty neutral, even a fraction up, you can still have the face slightly open to the point where we can correct the flight a little bit with a little adjustment. Remember, guys, when we were doing that lie angle video, we were talking about extremes of 8 degrees of change. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had anyone in here that's been changed more than 3 in a session. Yeah. So those were very extreme, just to show you the magnitude that between 8 degrees of lie adjustment there can be. It's almost like 0.1 of a swing weight. Yep. For every degree that you adjust it, because that's what it was for us, wasn't it?
And it adds up eventually.
Especially compounded, like you say, grip, lie angle, length, all that sort of stuff. Making sure if your irons are built correctly, the head weights were sorted correctly, the shaft weights were sorted correctly. That's where you see people get into issues with their set. Is that when builders may look at a set and go, it's only a couple of grams. Yeah. And then they go that way in the lie angle. Then they go this way in the grip. And then they put 4 things into that particular club that all are leading to the same outcome. And then it becomes massive.
So then it just becomes a bad club.
Then it becomes a problem.
That's why someone goes, I hate my 7-iron.
Hate that 7-iron's a dog. Well, your head weight came in a little bit light, and the clubs are a little bit upright, and the grips were Golf Pride 2G white. And all those things lead to that swing weight moving up and up and up.
Yeah, it's good. Love that. A couple people reacting to you saying the shop's going to open. We're asking kind of how the schedule looks.
Yep, Marianne is the boss of all things scheduling. So info@txg.ca if you're curious, if you already have an appointment and you want to see where you sit on the list, or if you want to book an appointment. There's a good wait list right now.
Yeah, there's plenty.
It's sizable, but we're going to be working to obviously get through that as quickly as we can.
Good.
Most important thing is working into the first week and a half safely, making sure that the procedures that we put in place put both the customer and the staff in a safe spot. Mm-hmm. Once we feel very comfortable that we can do that, we will probably open out a little bit more freely, maybe make some more hours available, maybe make some more days available.
Sure.
That's it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Did you get this one from Damien about Modus 105X wedges?
Nope, no,
okay.
I did not.
So Damien has the Modus 105X in his wedges, and he just switched to 120S in his irons. Should he be switching his wedge shafts now that he's playing more weight in the irons?
He's only playing 2 grams more. So Damien, your Modus 105X were about 112 grams. Your Modus 120S are 114 grams. So not a big change in that. But change in profile, definitely a change in profile, but not crazy in terms of weight. Switch to match irons or different shaft and wedges.
Would he go 125 in the wedges now?
You could do that. You could do 120. You could do KBS Tour 120 wedge shafts. That'd be quite nice.
Okay.
Or I don't think you'd be a million miles away, Damien, from what you've went from. You're already moving into slightly heavier. You could actually play Modus 120s right the way through.
Perfect.
Yep.
Love it. All right. Got one from...
Or even Modus 115 wedge shafts, actually.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
they go 105, 115, 125.
There you go. Okay. Luke. Keen to know how X100 AMT is likely to feel against Dynamic Gold 120 S300.
We done that one.
In a 5-iron. Did you do that? Am I asleep?
Definitely.
I swear I listened to you. It's not like I don't listen.
Do you know what? It's like when it's 20 minutes apart, and we're both going that way on the list.
I'm trying to read ahead, and whatever. I'm just stop making excuses.
Matthew is asking, is there any appreciable difference between Arccos smart grips and the smart sensors? Good question. Is one better, stroke more accurate than the other? Definitely not a difference from an accuracy standpoint. For me, and I don't know tell me how you feel about it, Matty boy, because you've probably had a little bit larger sample size than me, having hit them a lot. But I like the option to take them off if I'm practicing. If I'm going to the range or I'm just going to do some work in the bunker, etc. Like I'd probably pull my sensors off for that. I would probably leave them on.
I haven't swung a club with just the sensor before.
Okay.
I've only tried the grips.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately down the line, everyone would love to see that 3/4 of an inch sensor come down to like less than a quarter.
I don't think it's unrealistic. I mean, technology. Think about what a cell phone looked like when it first came out. It was enormous.
It's so true, isn't it? You get that chip in there, and obviously
they'll figure it out. It's not offensive, but yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Display-wise, we'll have it. We'll be able to show you what a grip on a club looks like and what a sensor on a club looks like. So I would say, hopefully, visit a retailer that can do that, so you can pick what feels appropriate to you.
I got a lot of questions over the weekend on social media about how Arccos compares to some of the other systems. I'm sure there's lots of other systems out there. I know there are no systems with the same IP in the back end.
That's definitely true.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, the user interface progression with Arccos over the next several months will. I think it will blow our industry wide open. I've said that. I think this to me is the impact of TrackMan in teaching and fitting. This is the Pro V1 to the golf ball flight. Arccos, arguably, I think, will have a bigger influence than any of those things.
You think so? Bigger
industry. Yeah. I think it has the potential to
make someone have access to data that basically only someone on tour would have.
The reason I say that is because launch monitors have been around for a while. The golf ball has been changed for a long time, 20 years. The average score, the average handicap hasn't
That's
really
true.
reduced all that much. Arccos offers, or Arccos boasts a 4.2 degree handicap reduction across the board.
Yep.
They will preface that by saying that the range of golfers that they use tend to be in the higher handicaps, so there's more room to bring that down. They'll say that themselves.
They're not promising a 2 is going to become a +2.
I think they said their average user handicap was about 15, 16. So
which is still better than the average player, though.
They see that coming down to like a 12 and a 11, that type of thing. That type of handicap reduction, improvement to your score, is unparalleled in the industry.
That's a wild scene.
Unparalleled, which is why, you guys hear me talk about compounding all the time. I think compounding is the key to massive success in anything. And if you can compound fitting, coaching, data, all these things together, you're going to have massive results.
True. That's when someone gets 10 shots better.
Definitely.
Let me just grab this. Chad's a new member. Welcome, Chad.
Welcome, Chad, my man.
Chad's asking about the effectiveness of draw bias drivers like M6 D-type, or now Sim has D-type as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, how players react to these technologies and drivers can vary. But the one thing we do know is that when you standardize and you make the test like for like, these heads can offer up to 35, 40 yards of ball flight correction. So putting the weight in the toe versus putting the weight in the heel, it does really make the ball move.
What's the most draw biased, or is it SFT with weight in the heel right now?
Yeah, I think
right
now. Yeah, I think right now that would probably
Ping
be considered
G410?
number one. G410 SFT. I think Sim Max D is also in that consideration, for sure. Extra stiff golf. Ian saying no one really does wedges hard enough for X7. No, I wasn't meaning that. What I was meaning was no one really swings their wedges hard enough to need X7. Yeah. Not that no one makes a shaft stiff enough to be considered a match to X7. It's more just that when you're playing, when it comes to wedges, most of your wedge shots are played less than full.
Yeah,
they're
so
partial swings.
Most pros go down in flex, right?
That's right.
Or down in X7's case, down to what, S400 or something?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
A bunch of people have said, what did you guys think of Rickie Fowler's irons? They look cool.
Yeah, I thought they looked amazing.
They're so cool. I love that finish, that kind of bronze finish.
We saw the original ones at Cobra.
You saw a prototype one at Cobra. That's right.
That? When they came out in the tray, they showed us the original ones.
We weren't allowed to take pictures of it, but yeah, it was there.
Yeah.
Then the finished product.
They look incredible.
Are they going to sell them?
They are in limited quantities.
Limited quantities.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. He really played well yesterday. He really played well yesterday. There was one I'm going to ask you whether you got it first, though. Where is it? Hold the bus. Stand by. I hate when I lose my place. Damn.
Okay.
Oh, no, here it is.
Got one.
David asking about 585 irons. Did you get that one? This one here?
Yes. Yeah, we got that one.
Okay, good. Okay, so
I think we're literally one super chat left. I had a little scan through. We're good.
All right.
Ryan Butler put Arccos on this weekend for the first time. Shot 77 the first day and 75 the second day. Just thinking about the fact that someone can see the data made me play better. Normally ATT.
That's
placebo
funny.
works, man.
That's
placebo
hilarious.
works. No, I mean the thing with Arccos guys is the opportunity to have, I don't want Arccos to steal the whole show, but we are obviously it's going to be part of what we do moving forward, so it's important to talk about it. The benefit of having Arccos caddy that can stop you making a bad decision on the fairway or whatever it is, so they go, okay, Matt, from here's what you should hit, because if you do hit the 7-iron, there's a 20 chance of success, whereas the 6-iron, based on everything we've learned about you and your game, you will succeed X amount of time. You can play the percentage shots. You can take the high number out the bag. I just think that's massive.
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing how much just some advice helps a lot of players. Like a lot of friends of mine that I play with, I can help them shoot like 5-6 shots lower just with like the most basic advice. Just like, don't do that stupid thing. Don't do that stupid thing. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let me take this from Ryan really quick. This is funny. Ryan says his wife does not understand and makes fun of him why he watches so much time or spends so much time watching our videos. She doesn't understand, Ryan says.
Well, Ryan.
I think a lot of wives probably don't
blame her.
understand. My future wife doesn't quite understand either, so don't take it too personally.
That's fine. Extra Stiff Golf has a follow-up. Apparently, we're missing his thoughts.
Okay.
X7 in his pitching wedge and sand wedge, cause I swing hard at those. I don't care how hard you swing at your sand wedge. You don't require an X7 in your sand wedge. It doesn't matter how hard you swing at a sand wedge.
You definitely don't require it. It would be a very...
It's a personal preference,
Yeah.
but that X7 sand wedge is still a wedge length shaft that is getting cut shorter. The shorter you cut it, the stiffer it gets. It's X7 and some.
X7 squared.
No one needs that. No one needs that. You might want it, you might like it, but no one needs it.
It's not a need.
No, because there's a level to what you swing that X7 sand wedge at, and it
True.
probably doesn't exceed 92 miles an hour. You might be 84 to 86.
But if it works for you, enjoy. Who are we to say? I just had one. Damn. You go if you're ready.
Got it. Yep. It's Joe Lane, our
Joe
pal
Lane.
Joe. Joe hits off the toe with all clubs, especially irons.
I know what that's like.
Maybe you should answer this one. It's no jokes, please. Too late, Joe. Irons are upright, and I'm 5'7" with short arms.
Okay.
Please see below. Okay, we've not seen the below yet. Waiting for that one coming
Is it
in.
a picture
Joe.
of you?
Not sure.
So he's asking if the upright is
Well, maybe
hindrance?
perhaps Joe. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, obviously from the lie angle video, hopefully you took from that the upright is shortening the golf club, is leading the strike, leading it out towards the toe. Not necessarily in that one instance causing it, but it's leading it that way. So
Yep.
you definitely might want to look at that. Whether adding some length offers the strike to move inwards slightly. If depending on what your ball flight's doing, can you flatten them a little bit? Just again, move that move that contact inward.
Beautiful. All right. I think we can just take a few kind of nice present time questions
Love
before
it.
we sign off.
All
Is
right.
that a new member there? Oh.
It's
Frank, welcome.
Frank.
Welcome, Frank. Mike says Arccos supports the Apple Watch already. Now you don't need the phone in your pocket. That's interesting. Yep, that's good. They are going to come out with another little link thing in the summer.
The belt clip. The belt clip is coming in July for Arccos.
Nice, good.
So that's going to be, I think, a good addition for
but
everyone. We've spoken about that, haven't we?
Yeah, and the watch in the meantime, Mike, that's a good point. So thanks for bringing that up. Extra Sip says, thanks for the follow-up. You are more than welcome.
No problem at all.
You're more
Thank
than
you
welcome.
one of the things we don't often get a chance to do is expand on a question.
No, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
so we appreciate you following up.
David's asking how you become a member. So David, you can, if you're
Straight off the
watching
website, can you?
Yeah, anywhere. So if you're watching on anything but a phone right now, there's a blue join button literally right there. If you are on a phone, you can go to our website and there's a big link. So do that.
Very cool.
Do that.
Tiger and Manning versus Mickelson and Brady. Who's your pick?
I never know who's the better golfer, Manning or Brady.
Brady. I think Brady.
I mean,
It's pretty rough.
If you're gonna put money down, I would go Tiger and Manning.
I would just
But Mickelson likes to get some sweet action in a trash talking environment. You never know; he could win. Is there any shots being given? Are those boys getting their handicaps?
I don't
football
know.
boys?
I know they're playing off amateur tees. They're
Oh,
playing
so
off
maybe that's
those tees. Plus,
that's
it's
not
round
a-
Tiger's track. It's round Medalist.
It's not. It's looking good for Tiger there.
Yeah.
Did I hear correctly that Mickelson is moving to Florida and he's
Yes.
joining Michael Jordan's golf course?
Yeah. Jordan, of course.
That's pretty cool.
Guys, we'll grab a few questions, but maybe hold, if you've got a question
Yeah, we're
that's
gonna sign
meaningful
off in
to
like
you
5
and
minutes.
try and hold that. We're going to sign off in 5 minutes. So Scott's saying Manning is about 4 shots better than Brady handicap-wise. So not too much then. On a specific day that could equalise out. Did you watch the finale of Last Dance?
What's today? No, don't ruin it. No, it comes out today. There's 2 more episodes coming out.
Yeah, well, I watched it last
You mean-
night on the ESPN.
You dirty dog. Well, don't ruin it then.
I won't ruin it. Just asking if you watched it. No.
How could I have? It's not out yet.
Because I watched it.
I don't understand. It's
There's
on.
lots of ways to watch
thought
it in the modern world, Matty boy.
So you're not watching it on Netflix?
No.
Okay.
I'm watching it on ESPN.
Don't ruin it. No, I'm going to watch it tonight,
good.
though. Is it good?
Yeah,
Two episodes came out, right?
I think the whole thing was just brilliant.
It's really well done.
I think the whole thing was brilliant. I loved it.
Puts a lot of stuff in perspective.
And what kind of made me think of that was I think Tiger is he's the type of person that draws motivation and inspiration from great performance. I know you can see his relationship with people like Nadal, Annika when they had a little head to head when they were both in their major runs in the early 2000s, etc. I think he will have seen that MJ stuff. The greats inspire each other, and I think just watching and remembering how great Michael Jordan was will really. I mean, if I'm a basketball player, like you try and stop me when I get back in the court.
That would light the fire under your ass.
Oh
big time.
my God!
Well, if it doesn't, then there's something wrong
nuts.
with you. Yeah. Made me want to shoot a few hoops, and I suck.
Yeah.
Let me just grab this from Bryce. Bryce, we did talk about it, but we can chat about it briefly again. I liked watching live golf again. I'm not going to say it was the best event I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think given the circumstances, they did a good job. The guys played pretty well for being rusty. Seminole looked really cool on TV. It'd be a great course to play.
I just wish they could have. We watched it on Golf TV, so I don't know if it was better on a network or something like that.
No, it was just on Golf Channel.
It just got really sort of like, well, obviously you're playing a 4-hour round, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's only one group.
And you're seeing 4 shots, and then it's like lull until they get their ball.
Commercials were aggressive, yeah.
I just felt like it was just there was too much nothing in between. Like I want to hear the guys mic'd up.
I know.
They
didn't use the mic'd up stuff very much.
I want to hear that, and maybe that group, maybe the dynamic. Obviously, like Rickie's a nice guy. Matt Wolf is young.
Yeah.
So obviously doesn't
it's different.
There wasn't that chat. Like he seemed like a enthusiastic, like a puppy.
He seemed to be really picking Rickie's brain a lot too, which I thought was interesting.
Oh, was he?
Asked him. He had Rickie read every single putt, and Rickie was just kind of. At one time, Rickie was just kind of like, "Well, maybe you're out here, but it's going to depend on basically depend on you."
Yeah.
I thought it was really. And him at the end when he's just
like, at the end, like
show me something. Yeah, that was great.
Well, that was good.
And he did.
And it was interesting because Rickie Fowler is still like obviously a young player in our eyes, but there is another wave of another generation. So Rickie is, to hear Rickie say, okay, show me something, and Rory go, right, youngster.
I know. Well,
a couple of FedEx Cups in the bag, and
it was way too relatable because Rickie and Rory are my age, so I'm watching those two get considered like elder statesmen now, and I'm like, my God, am I old now? Am I old?
Yeah.
All right.
I know Neil saying that Rory tried to get the trash talk going, but no takers. I mean, that's so true. Like Rory plays with those guys like Tiger and
those guys are into it.
Those. I mean, that's where like I think next week's will be more appealing because like did you watch this Zoom call with Peyton and Tiger and Phil and Brady? It was great.
That was funny.
Like even on that, like Manning's he's got some good
I just
banter.
hope it stays because it's like the Phil and Tiger match. They hyped it like, oh, they'll be mic'd up, and it was boring. Yeah. God love them. I know they tried, but it was boring.
I was boring.
But Tiger and Phil are friends, but they're not like. I hope that dynamic. I think that's why they put those two in there because they know those 4 guys together. There'll be some like.
So you got to get into it. Like if you're going to get properly into a bit of like chat, because they were saying with basketball when the NBA comes back, you're not going to have crowds there.
I know.
So there'll be nothing to dull out the noise.
So
you're going to hear on the court the guys going at each other and the stuff they say to one another.
Do you think they're going to have to like mute those mics?
I thought on the guys' shirts.
No. I mean like basketball courts, it's hockey's the same way. There's mics to get sound from the ice. But they try to keep, like, believe me, a hockey game, those guys are saying some stuff that cannot go on TV.
I think that's just the game.
But it's kids watching, though.
I don't think they care. Honestly,
I think the broadcast
when you're
cares.
trying to get...
The broadcast cares.
Listen, trust me, these athletes do not care.
No, the athletes don't care. I
because
agree.
they're the ones who are going to do it.
Athletes don't care. I'm saying the production cares.
But can you imagine trying to take away? Because I think NBA players have mics in their jerseys.
What?
I think I heard Steph Curry say that on
I didn't know
an
that.
ESPN
That's outrageous. I
thing,
didn't
and
know
they
that.
were talking about it. And I don't think, like, if you're going to play the sound that comes with, obviously, like, you know, the court and the kind of the sound of the game.
Yeah.
You're going to need to hear them talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll pick it up.
Like, in somebody's going for a free throw and the guy walks past them
Screaming
and
at him.
just kind of gets.
It will be interesting. I mean, selfishly, I hope they do it. I just think they're going to have to be careful about how many F-bombs and God knows what else gets put on there.
It's gonna be nuts.
You know, I was speaking of the Michael Jordan thing. Basketball used to be a lot rougher.
That completely changed.
Bring that back.
Yeah.
I would like it a lot more. Bring
Well,
that stuff
I mean,
back.
because it was a lot more rough, and they talk about it, but it was a lot more rough pre-Jordan as well, because like
it was a scrappy
the
game.
Pistons, the bad boy Pistons, they were proper.
Bullies.
You know, and before that, so you know, you could hit someone hard and make it completely intentional without it being called
And
flagrant.
it would just be a
or-
free throw, and they don't give a shit.
That's what you're
anyway.
going to get. So if you get somebody who's rough, and you know, with the free throws or whatever, you can influence the game a lot more.
Yeah.
But you know, Michael Jordan. One of the things from the Last Dance for me is Michael Jordan would not have been Michael Jordan if it hadn't been for those bad boy Pistons.
Yeah,
if they
I agree.
didn't create the toughness that Bulls team needed. I mean, they had to create a team based on around the struggles of those first 3 years when they failed in the playoffs.
And then bring Rodman in because of that. Like they literally, they looked at Rodman when I would like to take him off their team and just have
they
him.
needed that third piece.
Yeah.
You know, when they obviously lost Horace Grant, and they lost a few pieces from the first of the
true.
three
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know, they had to reshape that a little bit when Jordan was out for that year and a half and rebuild it. But I mean, amazing man management, and Phil Jackson. I mean, his man management, when you see that whole thing, was just remarkable. The way he influenced them and challenged them, but it's a lot of psychology.
Managing him for sure. I was a good word for
100%.
it. Like it seemed like I didn't realize that Michael was so aggressive on his teammates in practice. That dynamic, like if that gets out of control for a second, that team dynamic is gone.
I know.
You can't repair something like that.
But he nailed it though when he said that he never asked a teammate to do something he wasn't prepared to do or has already done himself.
I agree with that.
So when you lead by example, you can hold people to standards when you lead by example on the court and in the room. So
such a good documentary. Grab that one.
There was one from Joe. Yeah. So
and then we will sign off.
Joe is strong in the upper body, shoulders and traps. Good for you, Joe.
It's good. Good to be strong.
Like, get those shrugs going. Assume my over-the-top outside swing causes inconsistent toe strikes. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. So when you're over the top and throwing the club, you have to then, as a consequence of that, the opposite reaction, the reaction to the action is to pull the handle up. The pulling the handle up is what drops the toe down and shortens the club effectively. So that's definitely having an impact. Would adding a quarter, half-inch help or no because of the outside swing? A couple of things. A little bit of length may help, Joe, but weight may well help as well. When you try to manage the mass in an angular fashion, when you have the club is going to come back on plane, if you can almost feel like there's more mass pulling the shaft down, you will keep the head behind the handle for longer and you'll have less of the steepening.
Good advice. Okay, well, let's, why don't we end on that glorious note? Any other little, you've been on fire with little pieces of previews and exclusives. Got anything else for the people?
What else?
For the people that tuned in for a full hour?
Nothing really. I mean,
Just getting open, eh?
We've got new, we've ordered some new shafts for the demo over the wall. It's nice. We had the chance yesterday to kind of hit reset a little bit, and
the shop looks good, dude.
Shop's looking good, and everything's clean. We had a company come in yesterday and disinfect the whole shop top to bottom. So they came in, sprayed down all the surfaces, and
so good.
It is a fully germ-free environment, which is good. So we're ready, man. We're ready to rock and roll. We're just
You got a full day Wednesday?
back at it.
You got your appointments?
Yep, I've got appointments. Swatsky's got appointments.
Good.
So we're going to open 2 of the 3 bays to start with, and we're not going to open the middle bay. We'll just be 1 and 3, just so we can direct the traffic.
Perfect.
So when someone walks in, they can go left. Someone walks into
good,
the
eh?
3, they'll go right.
Just dead zone in the middle.
Yeah. So
That's
just keep that as a zone. You know, that right now we can control. So
Josh is quickly asking, are you building and shipping to the US yet?
yep,
We are.
we
Okay.
are. Yep. So the build shop is fully operational, and
Beautiful.
We're good. We've got a new member in Rickie. Welcome to the Gold, Rickie.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Gold.
Welcome, golden boy. All right.
All righty.
Rickie's a member of the Veteran Golfers Association. Very nice.
Love it. Good. Love it. Love it.
All right. Well, why don't we call that? We've got some really good videos. Ian's got a nice little list, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Yep. So T100 versus T100S. We are tackling your 3-wood today.
Yep. Yep.
We have I haven't told you this one yet. We have a new product coming in today. A sort of, it'll be an exclusive. No one else has reviewed or tested this product yet.
Really?
Yep. So we've got that coming in at some point. What else do we have? We have the Clubhead speed video.
Oh, people are going. Okay, so we must do it now.
We're doing
we teased it last
12
week.
o'clock.
12 o'clock. Good.
12 o'clock.
Good.
So we are doing the 10 miles an hour driver speed improvement. Can you improve your driver speed by 10 miles an hour in 30 minutes? I think the answer in more cases than not is yes.
Are we just going to record it, or do you want to go back on?
So
We're recording it with remotely.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we'll record the advice coming in remotely, and then
okay, gotcha.
we'll record as obviously working on
Perfect.
those things.
Okay. All right. Let's sign off. Lots to do.
Signing off.
Keep an eye on Instagram if you should be a follower on Instagram. Keep an eye. We'll post lots of stories.
Yeah.
Keep you apprised.
Instagram is the place to get the current information. Guys, another request: if you aren't subscribing, do us a favor. Pop over and get that subscription. It will keep you up to date. It will give you notifications when we have new videos coming out.
Yes.
We have videos that are coming in bunches now in terms of series. We are going to have outdoor content coming.
Oh, can't wait for
in
that.
the next couple of weeks. The weather looks really good towards the end of this week.
Does it ever?
Looks really good. So we are going to get out there, start doing a bunch of these golf ball tests that we've been talking about, and get some aerodynamics.
Some Arccos tests?
Some Arccos tests.
In case you haven't heard about Arccos yet.
Yeah. A. Davis is asking, is Discord for members only?
Yes.
It is. Discord is for members
Any
only.
tier of membership though, so you
It
can
was
be
on
bronze.
fire yesterday. I saw the Discord during the match.
I love it. When I haven't looked at it in a while and I go and it's like there are 400 new messages, I'm like, that's great.
On fire.
Love that. People are loving it.
On fire. So yes, it's for members only. You can sign up for the membership on the YouTube channel,
Yes.
on the website, on the txg.ca website. Lots of places to find how to sign up for that.
Yep.
We appreciate everyone who
Oh,
does.
so good.
It's great.
Love seeing that membership grow.
Yeah.
Very rewarding. Okay.
Okay.
We will see you guys. We'll be live next Monday.
Next Monday.
Business is back, so we had a little. We had to shed a little tear. We had to tidy
Are
the
we
shop
allowed to
up.
play? Are we allowed to play this song? I know you were saying that
No,
sometimes.
you'll remove. We'll make no money from this. What did you play? Frank Sinatra. I did it my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a little tear about kind of taking down the studio. It's just been sitting here
Yeah.
for 2 months. We've been coming in twice a week. It's back to business.
Back to reality. Obviously, I mean,
all good things must come to an end.
quarantine and the lockdown has been awful in many ways, but it has been really enjoyable
Yes.
doing the content twice a week, having the environment controlled. We've loved it. We've absolutely loved it.
I've had a blast.
It might be the
I've had a blast.
best stretch of our YouTube
No doubt.
sort of channel yet.
Dude, we made a video a day or more for over a month. I looked at the little, I almost posted it, but I couldn't find the right graphic. But literally every single day on the analytics, there's a little thing. We made a video every day for over 30 days.
That's
insane.
wild.
Until this past Sunday.
Coming from a channel that, Joe will get your chat. Don't worry, we will definitely get it. Joe said, no, I had a 2-part super chat question you missed. I'll get it, no worries. But when we started the channel, we were three videos a week. We kind of had like a Monday
Less.
or like a Tuesday, Thursday a week. And then
3 a week was
weekend.
ideal. We didn't get it very often.
Is that
though.
right, really? Yeah, we were doing 2.
Dude, the first time we ever filmed, we're like, 1 a week would be good.
Yeah.
It's come a long way.
Yeah, it's come a long
Definitely
way.
come a long way.
Joe, let's grab.
I can't find it.
Grab your
I don't
I
see
remember
part 2.
Joe saying.
Part 2 never came in though.
Well, let me see, because Joe said it wasn't in a super, it was in a regular chat.
Oh dear. Was it before the super though?
Joe, it was. I get what it says below, so I can only imagine.
Okay, I will look above. You look
Okay,
below.
good. Joe.
This is investigative.
I saw the part about the strong shoulders and traps and upper
I
body.
did see it. Yep. Oh, I got it.
You got it.
Joe Lane, part 1, especially
Is
mine.
it above or below?
So that's part 1, yeah?
So that's part. So there is another one apparently somewhere that we missed.
That's part 3 then, Joe. Because I see
There
2
must be a
parts.
part 3. Let's see. You've got a microscope out here, Joe.
Yeah, I don't see a part 3.
See below. Joe, what
See
are
above.
What are we seeing below or above? Joe.
I do not see it,
Joe
Joe.
Lane.
Joe Lane. Don't know.
I think YouTube may have done you there,
Yeah,
Joe.
vaporize
If you
them.
want to write it in quickly, we'll stay on for a minute or so, and
Yeah.
if you want to rewrite it, if you can see it and we can't, we are looking.
We will stay on for 2 more minutes just for you. I don't see it though. That's part 1, then there's part
No
2.
jokes, please see below. We're looking.
I thought you answered this question, to be honest.
I got 2 of them, as you say. There must have been a third one. Unless we never-
You know what?
Did we
Let's
not
make it
answer
simple.
them?
Joe, throw it in the comment after the video, and when I see it, I'll get Ian to answer it. So
Yeah, because Joe, we did get the second part of your
we
question.
did definitely get the second part quite a while ago.
Yeah, and you yeah. Let's see, Joe.
If not, just throw it in the comments below. We will get it afterwards. Ian went on for quite some time about part 2 though. Greg's asking, where can I find membership info? Greg, it is right below this screen, right where the video is. It says join, or you can go to the channel homepage and find it there, or you can go to our website and find it on the homepage.
Andrew said, "Wow, Joe is getting spoiled." We always, yeah. If anyone is willing to do that, if anyone's willing to do a super chat, we have never consciously allowed
Missed one,
a chat to end with super chats live.
Would not feel good about it.
I know some people have said that you missed
There
my
it is.
super chat and that sort of thing. You missed my part 2. Chat box was being weird.
Joe, I'm 99% sure we got part
Joe,
2.
you don't need to keep putting these as super chats, but you don't need to keep adding the money side of things. You just put it as a regular question. We'll see it. Do you know what it is? I went onto it because of the time.
Well, the timer, yeah.
lag.
You have to wait 3 minutes, but he would have waited 3 minutes already.
Yeah. Joe, put it in the chat, my man. Put it in the chat. We will get it, and we will definitely get back to you.
Yeah, throw it in the comments as soon as it's
If you missed my first answer about the weight, the weight may be more helpful than even the length, Joe. Trying to keep that club behind you for a little bit longer, 1/4 inch might be also a good solution.
Mm-hmm.
Again, since you said like your wrist to floor is a little bit on the longer side relative to your height. So lots of things to explore, Joe. I'm not sure where you're based or kind of if you have options to go and get fit or work with a fitter, but I would definitely advise it. So a quick one I wouldn't mind addressing before we finish, Matty. Scott, my man Scott, is asking TXG 2 construction getting going again this week.
Nice.
Construction guys are allowed allowed to get back
The
at
west
it.
location?
Yeah.
Good. All right. Shall we?
Signing off.
All right. Signing off.
Okay.
Thanks,
Take
guys.
care, guys. Have a great week.